The words echo in the silence, like a suspended reverberation between heaven and earth. Those who know how to listen, who can hear beyond the clamor of the world, sense that something immense is about to happen. It is in the air, in the whispers of those who have long been waiting, in the eyes of those who understand that the time of trial is approaching. From Medjugorje comes a warning that leaves no room for indifference. It is not just another call, not one of many messages destined to be lost in the wind. It is a final, urgent warning, a reminder that burns like fire in the conscience of those who still hesitate, who delay, who believe they still have time. But time is running out. The words of the Virgin have never been so clear, so direct, so grave. For decades, the Madonna has appeared tirelessly in Medjugorje, offering the world an opportunity for conversion. Each message has been a call to love, to faith, to return to God. But now the tone has changed. It is no longer just an invitation, but a warning that weighs like a seal on the fate of humanity. For years, she has prepared us, warned us, whispered words of hope and admonition. But now the time of mercy is about to give way to the time of justice. And those who have not listened, who have refused to see, will soon have to face the truth in its purest and most inexorable form. There is a prophecy hovering over Medjugorje like a silent shadow, a revelation that few dare to fully confront. The Madonna has spoken of a sign that will change the world, a sign that will be visible to all, a sign that no one will be able to ignore. But before that sign comes, something even more shocking will take place, something that no one will be able to escape. A warning. A moment of absolute, overwhelming revelation, in which every soul will find itself laid bare before the truth. The first signs were subtle, almost imperceptible. The sky was tinged with unusual colors, and an unnatural silence enveloped the earth. Then the whole world trembled, not in the physical sense, but in a tremor that passed through the hearts of men, as if something eternal had suddenly awakened. It was reality reflecting like a mirror, forcing every soul to look within itself without veils, without excuses. Many felt an intense heat invade their chest, a weight growing inside, as if their spirit were being scrutinized by an implacable light. Eyes filled with tears, hearts pounded wildly. For some, it was the call of mercy, a divine embrace offering one last chance for redemption. For others, it was unbearable torment, the panic of those who had lived in the shadows and suddenly discovered there was no longer anywhere to hide. The bells rang differently that day. There was a deep echo, a sound that seemed to come from another time, another dimension. Some sought refuge in churches, others fell to their knees right where they stood, begging for forgiveness, pleading for answers. The world was suspended between fear and hope, waiting to understand what the next revelation would be. The Madonna had announced it with both gentleness and firmness. There would be a warning, an interior and universal call, a moment when no one could escape the truth. And now it had come. The words echoed like a refrain in the minds of those who had believed. Pray, convert, the time of mercy will not last forever. But how many had taken this warning seriously? How many had postponed, trapped in the belief that there was still time? Some clutched their rosaries, others tried to recall forgotten prayers. The names of Jesus, Mary, and Saint Michael the Archangel rose in a collective whisper like a final lifeline. And as the sky seemed to pulsate with a mysterious glow, the ancient prayers of protection returned to the lips of the faithful. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Jesus, I trust in you. Hail Mary, full of grace. These were not just words, but shields of light, barriers against the terror trying to creep into uncertain hearts. Those who had already embraced faith felt a profound peace, like a safe refuge in the midst of the storm. Those who had always rejected the truth felt the weight of impending judgment, an unnamed anguish. No one could escape that moment. All were forced to see themselves as they truly were, and the choice stood before them: embrace the light or reject it forever. The hours passed slowly, yet they felt like the blink of an eye in eternity. The world had changed, even though outwardly nothing seemed different. The air was charged with an anticipation that few could describe. Those who had trembled in fear now desperately sought a refuge for their souls. Those who had welcomed the sign with open hearts knew that the hour of decision had arrived. The Madonna had given her final warning, Now, everything depended on the response of each individual heart. Many felt a sense of unease, a tension creeping into their days and nights, as if their souls knew that something immense was on the horizon. It was not fear, but a deep premonition, an intuition rooted in the very core of their being, because the truth cannot be hidden forever. And when the time comes, no one will be able to pretend not to see. Time is suspended, certainties will collapse, masks will fall. Each person will see themselves for who they truly are, without illusions, without justifications, without lies. It will be a piercing pain for those who have lived far from God, but it will also be an immense gift, a final opportunity to choose, to change, to return to the light before it is too late. The words of the Virgin were clear: pray, convert, return to God. Do not wait for the sign, do not postpone until the moment when it will be too late to decide. The time is now. This warning is not a threat, but the supreme act of love. It is heaven's final attempt to call its children back, to pull them from deception, to offer them a path to salvation. But it will be a trial, and not all will be able to endure it. Humanity stands on the brink of an epochal change. The time of decision has come. The Madonna has spoken. Now it is up to us to listen, to understand, and to act. Because soon, very soon, nothing will be the same. It was the awaited moment, feared and whispered in prayers and sighs by those who had heeded the words of the Madonna in Medjugorje. The day when the veil between the visible and the invisible would be torn, revealing what humanity had chosen to ignore for too long. It did not come with a clamor, nor with the sound of celestial trumpets. It was like a shiver in the air, a shadow creeping into the soul, a premonition tightening the throat. Those who were listening felt it. Those who were blind felt a sudden pang without understanding its origin. The time of revelation had begun. Merciful Lord, in this time of waiting and turmoil, we lift our gaze to you. You are our fortress, our refuge, the light that illuminates the darkness. Teach us not to fear, to recognize in the signs of the times the call of heaven. Open our hearts to your voice, so that we may respond with faith, with humility, with sincere love. Most Holy Mother, sweet Queen of Peace, refuge of sinners and hope of the final times, intercede for us before your Son. Guide us with a steady hand. Grant us the strength to remain steadfast when the world trembles, to be light when all seems shrouded in darkness. Do not allow discouragement to take hold of us, but wrap us in your mantle, protect us, and lead us on the path of salvation. Saint Michael the Archangel, mighty defender of the faith, fight for us, repel the snares of evil, protect our souls from the poison of doubt and despair. In this time of trial, be our sword, our armor, our shield. Brothers, the time is near, and Mary's invitation is clear. Watch, pray, prepare. Heaven does not leave us alone, but calls us to a true, sincere, and total response. Do not delay. Do not wait until it is too late. Now is the moment to return to God with all your heart and all your strength. If this message has spoken to your soul, if you feel the urgency of conversion, write Amen in the comments. Share this video with those who need to hear these words. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on the revelations that heaven is giving us in these times. May the Lord bless your journey. May the Virgin protect you and lead you to the truth. May Saint Michael guard you in battle. We are in the time of the great decision. Do not be left behind. Amen.